Welcome to the Type 1 Radio Lounge with me, Sonic, and also
Steve. Good afternoon, good evening, hello, welcome. Good afternoon for using America.
And good morning to the people of Hawaii.
Yeah.
We've got Free Energy Jay with us here. Hello, Jay.
Hello.
And we are waiting for our guest for this evening, Nikpola Lonchar from the Tesla Foundation, and we're also going to be having our roving reporters in Hawaii, Brett and Brandon, reporting from the Resonance Project with some other free energy and vortex maths people, so that should be very, very interesting. So Jay's just sent us a thing. Yeah. Can you tell us about that, Jay?
Yes, Fair to Lance is Thomas Bearden's book on Soviet scalar weapons.
Okay.
More like how to build a Tesla howitzer and basically Tesla shield.
Okay.
Which is more like the shields on the Enterprise, you know.
Like a force field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, have you ever heard of Stirling generators?
What kind?
Stirling?
Stirling motors?
Yeah. They're from the steam age, I believe. Is that correct?
You heat the end of them up, and they run a piston.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was listening to an interesting piece about combining a Tesla coil with one of them. How do you think that would work? Would that be used to heat the end that you were talking about, or?
Oh, I imagine you could, especially if you're using scalar energy. More like if you're using 2 Tesla coils, and your engine somewhere in between, where the interference pattern from would cause this scalar radiation, because you could you can use 2 Tesla coils, and where the scalar energy meet, where it forms through the interference, you can cause like an atomic bomb blast. I mean, it's real powerful. You can cause earthquakes and all kinds of stuff with this weaponry.
So you could possibly create earthquakes.
Earthquakes, all kinds of things.
Could you dustify things?
You could build a little rifle, and with that little rifle that you could carry, you could knock out a tank.
Excellent. We're gonna try and bring in the involved observer, the creator of the Friends of Freeman site, Friendship Agenda, Brandon. Are you there yet, Brandon? Not just yet.
Not just yet.
Okay. This is Type 1.
This is Type 1, alright. Oh, look here. Good evening, Miss Goida Rose.
Hello there, Carolyn.
Hey guys, how's it hanging?
Yeah, real good. How are you? How's your week been?
It's been very interesting. I've been very busy, and matter of fact, I just got finished cleaning off my iMac. Got hacked overnight, and I just got done finished. I got it all cleaned up, so I just made it by the skinny tin of my what is it? What is that? Whatever that line is, you know.
Yeah.
I was glad to get it all squared away in time, because I know this is going to be a cool show. Everybody loves Tesla and free energy, and this is really cool.
Yeah, you're sounding very clear as well, which is good news.
Yeah, this is actually an Ethernet connection instead of the Wi-Fi at the other place. This is an extraordinarily better place in every definition. It's really cool.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
It was a good way to start off 2012. It was unexpected, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Every cloud day has a silver lining.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, you don't always know why. You just got to sometimes just keep going with the flow, and find out then what's going on. And this place has got better connection. It's cheaper, more room. They actually like animals here. They like people of all kinds here. The breakfast is great. You got...
Does it have Tesla coils?
Huh?
Does it have Tesla coils?
I tell you, I've talked to him. We're actually going to get all kinds of stuff here. I told him I wanted to get some solar panels up and do some things, and this guy's ready for everything. So this is actually a cool place.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we could put up a big Tesla coil, we'd have it made, wouldn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So would all your neighbours.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whole world, yeah.
Yeah, I had fun. Once I got back on today, I was throwing all kinds of things on my Facebook page. So people didn't realize TV went back as far, and all the stuff that people don't even know that Tesla was involved with the radio, and Marconi got credit. And I was throwing some stuff up there about how there was television actually as far back as in the teens and the 20s, and the Nazis actually broadcast all the 1936 Olympics to television lounges all across Germany and to private televisions owned by party members. So they were just busy getting the subliminal messages down and propaganda before they rolled it out in the United States. BBC had it in the 30s in the parties. But, and Tesla, a lot of the stuff he does, he was even involved with that, so it's like, it's just amazing how much science and history that people just don't know about. I mean, I had people literally going, oh, no, TV didn't come out to the 50s. So I had to throw up a bunch of stuff, and if anybody wants to, go on my page. There's actually some original pictures from the 20s, the 30s, showing the BBC, showing the Nazis, even showing the guy who invented the Philco TV, Phil Fallworth.
Yeah, that's like the Pathé films.
Pathé.
Yeah, it's amazing, and they got the old circular thing and the CRTs, and I even put up a few things about the engineering of how you create a TV up there, and so I actually took a class in that once. I took a graduate engineering class, didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it was actually interesting. It was all about television, and I don't know why more people we just don't know the history, because, one, in America, we like to believe we invented everything, and even though Fallworth had a lot to do with it, Tesla had a lot, and I've even got a picture up there and a video. It's actually more of a video put together by stills of an 1815 automobile in Serbia. So that's sort of an honor of Tesla too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was steam powered. It wasn't. There was no Tesla coil on this car, but it shows that there were brilliant minds going all over the place, and we just haven't been able to catch up with all that. And we need to have about 3-4 hours of science classes every day for these kids to catch up on what we're missing.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred, are you there?
Yeah, man, here I am. I'm here.
Hey, welcome.
Happy New Year, brother.
Greetings, everybody. Happy New Year.
Yeah, cool.
I know it's
Happy New
been
Year.
a few days since New Year, but I haven't had a chance to wish any of you guys New Year.
Haven't heard your voice since last year, Frater. You're sounding good.
Thanks. Yeah, we're looking forward to having you on the show too, Carolyn.
Hey, now what day is it? I forgot. You got to help me out.
Hey?
I think it's like the 28th. I don't have the calendar right in front of me. But is Nikola on the line right now?
Not yet. No, we're waiting for him to contact us.
Okay.
So it's Friday the 13th, Frater. You can maybe give us a tale about that.
Well, I'm sure everybody listening knows that the tradition of Friday the 13th is drawn directly from the betrayal of the Knights Templar order by the King of France, Philip le Bel, or Philip the Fair, and the Pope, his little Pope that he had on his little leash there in France at the time.
That guy again.
Yeah, it was October 13th, 1307 or something like that, I think was the exact date there. But anyways, so it's really interesting. It's another example of how a lot of the fraternal order's influence has seeped into our everyday consciousness. Like when you say to somebody, is that a square deal or on the square, or these little terminologies that we use every day, like an eavesdropper. You know what an eavesdropper is, right? somebody who, in masonry, the eavesdroppers are like the Cowans and eavesdroppers. The reason why they called them that is because of the old lodge buildings, the eaves where they meet where the building wall meets the roof, there was a space. Yeah. And somebody could lean up in that little hole and listen to the lodge meeting.
No way.
That's why they're called the eavesdroppers, you know.
Wow.
So that's a little tidbit of information, I guess.
Excellent. We got Lobo on the line.
Lobo, I tried to call Lobo about 5 minutes ago. How you doing, Lobo?
What's up, Freighter, and everybody else, you sexy motherfuckers.
Excellent Christmas show, Lobo. I can't wait till next year's, too, man. You did awesome.
Thank you so much. We're trying to make it more of a regular thing. So we're.
Of course, you didn't call me though.
We tried. It was good. Next time. We're gonna crank call all your asses. It was gonna be fun.
Make sure you can be Ron Jeremy.
Yeah. We got to give Brett some shit when he gets back on here. He got arrested. He's like the only guy to ever get arrested in Maui for smoking weed. It's hilarious.
No.
Hey, we've got them on the line, by the way. They're just going to come on.
He didn't tell me that yesterday.
How did you guys wind up in Maui anyway? When did that happen? And it's like, how the hell do you get busted in Maui? That means shit. He must have not paid for when he got it, you know?
He didn't throw down the right gang signs to the cop when he got pulled over or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he should have shared some with the cop. He'd have got away, you know?
So apparently they were sitting on the beach. They just got off the plane. They had all their luggage sitting in the sand on the beach, and they're just hanging out with the locals. And I guess, I don't know what happened. I guess Brett was smoking in front of a school bus full of children. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, he got busted. And
oh my God!
Yeah, for real, it's hilarious. And he got busted in the town where they just literally just grow it and sell it. That's where you get the Maui Wowie. It's in the town of Paia, I think it's called. And
Only Brett, hey. Oh my goodness. Brandon has just sent a message. He hasn't got a mic on his computer.
Well, isn't Brett on? Is
Brett online? I didn't notice. No.
Yeah, Brett might have a different.
Right. We'll try Brett. So anyway, Freighter, I'm just about to spark up my next Orgonite effort. Have you got any tips?
Well, I don't know. My method, I think, is a little bit labor intensive. I've been talking to Jay Parker about it, and he seems like he's got a lot of good techniques.
Yeah, I've been following his leads actually. Yeah.
So he's a guy to probably ask more than mine. I mean, I do it the straight up traditional method, and then I spend a lot of time sanding and painting, and I paint mine with clear acrylic afterwards to give it a nice shiny finish, and I sand them smooth and stuff. So that's my technique. I use clear acrylic gloss out of the spray can, and I'll sand it and spray it, several times till I like the sheen. And then one technique is you can use like a flat clear first and then put a gloss on to try to get like a depth to the coat. But as far as like tips on pouring, I think you should just go a little bit less than the mix calls for, and it'll dry harder, quicker. Okay. You want to have a lot of heat for the curing. If it's colder in your room, it'll take longer to dry, and it's frustrating to try to work.
It's probably not the best time of year to do it because it's not very warm here right now. It's about
right. You want a good heated room. It'll take longer to cure if it's not warm. I mean, above 65 degrees probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm going to use fiberglass resin though.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been hearing that's the best to use.
Sure.
That's quite toxic, isn't it? It's quite smelly. Yeah.
Yeah, I use the NIOSH approved. It's the New York OSHA approved aerators.
Okay.
Strap it on your face. It's just like the really thick and beefy. It's just like a traditional white mask, but it's thicker and it has like a little plastic filter built into the front of it.
Okay, yeah.
And they're not too expensive. You can get them at painting supply stores for pretty reasonably priced, At least around here in America. I don't know about, in the UK.
So I read on Don's site, there's is it educateyourself.org. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's not Don Cross. That's
no, I know, but there's a link to something he's done there, sort of thing, and he was talking about programming the Orgonite.
Absolutely.
What do you make? How do you do that?
Well, I mean, everybody has different methods. There's the guy coming on my show tomorrow, David Sereda, which you can check out his stuff at davidsereda.blogspot.com. Right. He uses harmonics and other forms of he like charges his stones that he makes, his amulets and stuff. So
right. That's the next question is, you charge the stones before you make the orgonite, is that?
Well, that's what I do.
Right.
I just do basic, like almost like Reiki, hands on. Take a white light, and raise my hands over the stones and just kind of say a prayer, and have good intentions. That's basically what I do.
Yeah. Cool.
And I give, I don't sell my orgonite.
No, mine's not for sale. Mine's just for busting out, isn't it?
Well, I give away nice pieces to people like friends and family, so they can have them in their house because everybody's got wireless routers and stuff.
Yeah, no, this is my intention. Also, I've been looking to build a sucker punch.
And they sound like great birthday presents.
Yeah, Chris, I gave all my family and friends orgonite for Christmas this year.
Prater, I didn't get any. Prater.
Well, I don't have your address.
All right.
Nobody's got Caroline's address.
Yeah.
So, sucker punch, though, now you're getting into something bigger, man. If you're going to go that route, are you familiar with electronics? You think you could build a frequency generator?
So, kind of, but I'm not specific.
You can get little things from Maplins, though, can't you?
Oh, yeah, but I've seen a brilliant little clip about how to make the wire. You reverse it in a drill, so it turns to, like, make a rope. You kind of make an S shape of 3 lengths of the length you need, and then you turn it anti-clockwise, and then you then wrap it and knot it. That looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, you mean for the wire that you wrap around the crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that exact same technique. It works just like it's described. And then what I do is after I wrap them, and then I wrap them counterclockwise around the crystals. Yeah. I use Goop, G-O-O-P. It's an all-purpose adhesive. Right. I just squirt it over the entire band of wire, so it's like sealed.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to do that after each loop?
Yeah, well, I don't do it after each loop. I just wait till it's all done. I use crazy glue to hold the first link, and then I wrap the whole thing tight, and then I goop the whole thing. Yeah. So I do it a little differently,
Yeah, I'm going to use the first one in my car because that's to do with surveillance, isn't it? The sucker punch.
That's what they say. I mean, I have mine on right now as we speak, so
well, what it does, it creates scalar waves.
Scalar waves, correct.
So you can actually, if you run at 528, which is the heart frequency, you could actually
frequency right here.
You can use it for.
Hey,
that's 528 right there.
You can use it for regenerating your tissue.
Just to tell you guys, there's another caller. 207.
Hi, everybody.
What's the call-in number?
Hello.
Well, the call-in number is 424-675-8315.
If you want to call in.
Do you want to call in?
Excellent society goes 207.
Thank you. We've got a professional on the line there, Fred. Thank you for that.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the caller. 207. What's going on? What do you got for us?
Hi, Frater. This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Excellent.
Hey, everybody.
Real man!
It's the ex-con, Brett. What's up?
Yay!
Free his lad! Free his lad!
Free your Brett!
Yeah, that'll teach you to smoke, Brett.
Just for the record, it's officially 4:20 here on the East Coast, but actually 4:19 still. So, anyways,
just in time.
You gonna tell us how you got arrested?
I got arrested taking a toke and passing it on the beach.
In Hawaii.
I spent my birthday in jail, motherfuckers.
Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Unreal.
Did you make
Yeah,
friends?
that's Brett. Got dismissed. It got dismissed, though. No harm, no foul. I had a place to sleep, and now I got a police record with fingerprints, and they stole my time travel log, so I'm going to sue the police department for that.
Your decoder ring? What did you lose? Your decoder ring? What did you lose?
Your mood ring.
No, I still got that, but they stole the key that Alex Jones and David Icke gave to me.
Oh.
David Icke gave you it.
David Icke and Alex Jones gave me this special time travel key with a couple symbols on it, so I have it in my head, but they actually took the key in Maui.
Oh, no.
They didn't take the rest of your papers or your condoms, did they?
Nothing else, man. They just
All
took
right.
what they thought was important.
Well, at least your vacation is still on, you know? As long as you
Yeah,
still get
sure.
your papers or your pipes, you're set.
Did we get ratings on this show? It's classic.
Oh, this is the top rated one, this one.
This is
We got
Renegade
the- we got
Underground
the TV
Radio.
channel
Okay.
going on.
And this is grassroots.
The dirt.
So, Brandon, is there anything going on in Hawaii we need to know about from
The Residence Project.
the Resonance Project, correct?
Yeah, the Resonance Project. It's 5 p.m. local time out here. We're all going to arrive and check in and spend a couple of hours going over the introduction to the Resonance Project and the workshop going on this weekend. Which is about 6 hours away. And
Okay,
still a
so it's
few
not
hours
happened
left.
yet.
Yeah, it's 'cause it's Friday morning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's what time is it around here? It's not even noon yet. Yeah, it's 11:20. 11:20. So 5 o'clock this evening, in about a little less than 6 hours, we'll all be arriving to the Resonance Project. Last night, our friend from Asheville, North Carolina showed up. Gregor Arturo is here with us, and he's going to be presenting some of the things that he's been working on and present that to the group. And Gregor's with us right now, in fact.
Wait, hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Gregor.
Gregor.
Hey, how's it going?
Very well, very well.
Welcome to the Type 1 Radio Lounge.
I'm very appreciative to be here. It's pretty interesting as of yet. But I get full doses of Brett 24/7 when I'm around him, so I know what I'm in for. Yeah, I'm not sure if Brandon, have you told them at all about me or what I'm doing, or a little bit? Go ahead.
You do the Vortex Maths, is that correct, Gregor?
Yeah, I do Vortex Math. I'm with a team of inventors right now. One being Trevor Kagan. We all do Vortex Math. There's Trevor Kagan, Paul Ellis, and Daniel Nunez. Daniel Nunez has a over Unity device working based on Randy Powell's ABHA model. We're trying to get Randy on the team. Randy's in Charlotte. He's only 2 hours away from me. We've been trying to have a 2 or 3 day meeting the past month. We're just both pretty busy. And Randy's working with an engineering firm in LA, and they're trying to, the last time I was talking to them specifically about this, they had a hard time modeling the toruses that they're trying to get CNC machines to make. And Paul Ellis has a working device. These are all electromagnetic devices over Unity, and they're all based on the number 6, which relates to the doubling sequence. And I'm working on, the irony is Brandon flew me out here to, he's pretty much Brandon who got me out here to Hawaii at the very last minute. But otherwise, I have a 30-foot Tesla tower that was supposed to go up this week in Asheville.
Excellent.
That's based off a triple helix.
Wow. 30 feet?
So, and
Yeah,
that's
30
also-
feet.
our team has, yeah.
You just said 30 feet, yeah?
So it stands, yeah, it stands 30 feet tall, Gregor?
It stands 30 feet tall.
Wow. In the mountains?
So, say that again?
It's going to be in the mountains of Asheville?
It's not going to be in the mountains. It's going to be in the valley. It's going to be in West Asheville, but it's a very rural part of West Asheville.
Awesome.
And but it's constructed out of, I take 3 copper tubes. I have this custom-made twisting machine in my machine shop, and you fill them with sand, and then you heat them up just a little bit, and you can twist them into a triple helix. I have 30 of these brazed together, or 30 feet of it brazed together.
That's a bit.
Wow.
And so with the math I do, the vortex math, I look at a lot of second-dimensional geometry and the ratios of circles to each other, and the relationships they create. The thing to understand those, even though it looks like I'm doing second-dimensional geometry, I'm really working with first-dimensional dynamics, in that you're only focused on the line of the circle. You're not focused on the area on the inside. It relates to notions of like hollow earth. And so the triple helix is one of the things I've been really teaching about, and other helixes in general, but the triple helix is the simplest form of helix that accesses singularity. And a triple helix might seem like it's second-dimensional geometry, but it's really first-dimensional. And a triple helix creates a connection between the 0th dimension and the first dimension. So it allows you to, it's the simplest concept to access a singularity based on fractal geometry.
It's nothing really serious or hard to understand either.
I took a look at some of these rodent coils, and I noticed that they had 2 windings on them. One was running one direction, the other was running the opposite, like they were making the fields collapse on themselves to form a 0 point.
Right, that's based off Marco's work, Marco Rodin, and I've spent some time in person with Marco. He's quite the character. And so I get to meet the team today, so we're going to complete this little 2 peas in a pod in the free energy movement. Marco, I tried to get Marco to explain how he got from this part of the math to the abstraction of the Rodin coil with the 2 circuits and the invisible circuit. And this is based on, if you look at the matrices, there's a doubling sequence, a halving sequence, and then an in-between Trinity sequencers, like a balanced sequence. And his interpretation of that is you run energy one way, and you run energy the other way, and then one, there's, as Brett says, creates a hologram. And Marco couldn't explain this abstraction to me. And because one reason I really focused on this abstraction, because the way I saw the math and worked with the math, I came to a different resolution. And it was really understanding the matrices he was using to demonstrate the Rodin coil were, in my opinion, the incorrect matrices. They weren't creating this 12-pointed star. And one of the matrices to understand the simplest in vortex math is a 6x6 matrice. And that 6x6 matrice, when you fold it into a torus, it creates a Star of David, a hexagram. And it's to understand how in one column of the 6x6, that column connects to another column 2 steps over. And so you have 3 columns that connect to each other, and the 3 adjacent columns connect to each other, forming 2 triangular circuits. And so you need a specific wrapping with these matrices to make this work. And so even though we're looking at like as matrices, because hexagram consists of 2 circuits, it's really looking at a helix of 2 spiraling strings of data, one string being 18 digits long, the other string being 18 digits long, and that they're just weaving with each other. And
they're interweaving like the DNA strand does.
Yes, absolutely. It's a double helix. And so a Star of David is a double helix that twists 6 times. And the one I've been more interested in is the octagram, and it's a Masonic symbol, and that's based off a 8x9 matrix, and that's constructed out of 3 sequences of the Fibonacci sequence. Because when we break the Fibonacci sequence down into vortex math, you create a 24-number sequence. So 24 times 3 is 72. Once you have
Have you tried any 3-dimensional platonic solids like an octahedral?
Yes, I've been working with the octahedron for about 3 years now. It's my favorite of the platonic solids. And One of the things I want to build in the shop. One of the things I want to build in the shop is I really like magnetite. I love working with magnetite. It's one of my favorite crystals, and naturally it forms into an octahedron. Magnetite produces scalar and magnetic energy, and at the same time it's a semiconductor with a very low. I think it's 0.1 of a drop forward voltage, and so it can oscillate really fast. And if you take this magnetite octahedral crystal, and the ones I'm really interested in using for this concept, I need a lot bigger. It's hard to get a good-sized magnetite crystal. And there's the notion of just sintering one together, even though it's, which is like lodestone. And lodestone has all these properties, too, when it's not in an octahedral form. Someone want to say something?
Well, I was thinking you could grow it.
You can grow it. You definitely can grow it. I haven't found enough information on the process of growing magnetite crystals. And
especially if you're doing it in a scalar field, it would align probably in a better matrix.
No, I thought about that too. I think you're absolutely right. Anyways, you have 6 points on this octahedral crystal, and if you place 6 torses on it, and such as the octagram, and the octagram will rest nicely on each of these 6 points. Now, if you make 3 out of copper and 3 out of zinc, all right, and the copper is going to start to hold a positive charge because the magnetite works as a diode and an energy pump. This is what's been demonstrated with lodestone. The zinc will take on a negative charge, and so it causes a polarization in the coils. And then you get an oscillation starting to occur in the coils. But the oscillation is it's working in impulse DC instead of AC because you're polarizing the coils. The oscillation occurs, say, in the copper coil between a positive charge and a neutral charge. And the way to imagine an octagram, if you think of a triple helix, and that triple helix you spin 8 times, and then you wrap it around and connect it to itself. However, that triple helix is all composed out of the same string interwrapping itself together. And it has 3 oscillations in it. Because there's 3 oscillations, that means on one end of this octagram coil, on the 3 hour points of the triple helix, all those are points of charge, while on the opposing side of the octagram are the 3 other opposing points of charge. And the one thing that happens is, this is what Tesla understood. I heard that someone's here associated with the Tesla symposium.
Yeah, don't know.
Okay, all right, that's what Brandon was telling me. What Tesla understood was polyphase, and polyphase is an abnormal system, and it happens within the octagram. And so, if you imagine one of these if you imagine one of the copper coils losing on the other side of the magnetic zinc coil, this relates all to the doubling sequence, and the doubling sequence is composed of 6 numbers: 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Most fundamental sequence, and that's why there are those 2 working devices which utilize different approaches. All are based off the number 6, based off the hexagon. And in the doubling sequence, you have a relationship of 2 family groups, 147 and 258. So you can imagine the 3 copper coils as being one family group and the zinc being the other family group. But each of those numbers in the family group have an opposing number: 1, 8, 2, 7, 4, 5. Those numbers all adding up to 9. And so you're having that relationship in this octahedron. And so if one copper coil fires, the opposing zinc coil fires at the same time. And you have a rotation of these 3 pairs firing in sequence. When that happens, it causes a centrifugal explosion from each end of the coils into the magnetite crystal. And the process of creating compression and expansion in the electric charges, you start to create a gravitational effect. But what you're doing is you're creating a gravitational effect that's in a triple helix. And so not only does it cause energy for this object to be pulled forward in one direction, if there's a differential between the copper coil and the zinc coil, which you can do with different materials, you can do with different sizes of the material, or different sizes of shape, to create this differential. And it will get pulled toward one direction. But regardless, if there's complete balance in the system, what the triple helix does is it creates torque. And it causes this entire structure, if you can put it into something that levitates, if you're using electromagnets or superconductors, or even just by having a magnet move in around conductors, you create a very strong diamagnetic repulsion. You create torque is what you do. And this relates to Tom Bearding and talking about don't kill the polarity. So you don't want to kill the polarity. You want to maintain the polarity and work with and expand and compress each of those polarities together to create a system, such as that. This is how a hurricane works.
In fact, you want the polarity to multiply.
Yes.
Because the more it multiplies, the actual more energy you can pull from it, because it's the voltage potential that creates the real effect of with 0-point energy. So it means the higher the voltage, the more current you can run through it.
Yes. And when you use impulse DC, that effect is exponential. On AC, it's linear. And so I personally like playing with high voltage. It's pretty fun. So that's what I'm working on. And so one of the things I gave Brett, this one, was I built a 4-pi.
Smoke weed every day.
4-pi, 4.5-inch diameter steel torus. I built the octagram out of steel by braiding the steel bars together and welding it to itself. And then I magnetized it. And so this coil is going to be given to Nassim probably tonight, I'm thinking. Yeah, I've been making these coils in the shop out of copper and steel. I'm going to be, I figured out how to lay out a jewel thief circuit this week, actually, to fire one. And so I have all the little components up there. I just need to find an LED, but I'm going to demonstrate a jewel thief circuit with a smaller steel octagram coil I have and use that as a Corva transformer.
Are you going to shoot any footage of this?
Say that again?
Are you going to shoot any footage of this? Take a video of it?
I think
I have a nice HD camera. I have a YouTube channel, so there'll definitely be footage of this and of Nassim. My YouTube channel is Gregor Arturo, GregorArturo, Gregor Arturo 85. And I have over 100 videos on it, and them talking about metaphysics and my work in the vortex math. There's a half-an-hour video showing the Tesla tree project. I call it a Tesla tree.
Tesla tree, cool.
Because it relates to studying the biomimicry of a tree. And so if you understand how a tree interacts with the electromagnetic spectrum of the Earth and how it supplements it, you can replicate those designs in a tower. And so I'm basically merging things I've discovered in vortex math through studying a tree and Tesla's work into one project.
Cool. Good combination.
So, yeah, that's been the gist of what I've been up to.
Your little coil machines there, are you using a power source just to give it an initial boost and then it just runs? Or does it last for a certain amount of time after you take the power away?
Are you talking about the two overduty machines of my team or of the towers?
Whichever. I'm interested in hearing about both.
Yeah.
Well, I think Daniel's and Paul's
they all require initial energy to start it up, and it's basically all three of our systems are resonance systems. They're just different approaches to resonance systems, and they use initial energy to bring it up to resonance. Once it's in resonance, it maintains resonance. And with my tower, you use the ionosphere and the ground of the Earth to start it up. I could fire it up myself and bring it into resonance.
Wow.
I can just use the ionosphere to bring it into resonance too.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
When all three of these machines are in resonance, they keep running.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm working on an energy device. I'm using 6 spheroids in a hexagonal star, and what I'm doing, I'm running a electrical wrap on each one, and running it from one point in a counterclockwise direction, so the energy flows, in sequence around it, so it'll end up with a left-hand spin. And what I'm doing, with the wiring, I'm producing a torch field that heads to the center where all 6 fields interfere in the center, then are reflected back into the ferrites to pick up the energy on the return.
And so
I wanted to.
Yeah, can you elaborate? What's a spherite?
Yeah, just ferrite rods that are used for antenna sources in electronics and stuff.
Yeah. I get you.
Okay, there's a number of wraps I could use. I could use what's called a tensor coil wrap, or I could go with what I used to do is just run 2 opposite coils, where the center, where one produces a magnet a north field going in one direction, while the other produces a north field going in the opposite direction, where they meet in the center, so to speak. Then they're reflected back out. I do that by making the center portion. The center portion, I make basically the ground on the system. Then the input signal comes in from the outer portions. Then I just wire it going around in a counterclockwise direction. So you got the first one firing, the second, third, fourth, and so forth. Then it keeps spinning around in a circle as it does it.
Ooh. Have you had any results with this as of yet?
No, I just ordered the parts. I also built a torsion field generator using magnets and a motor. What I did, I glued 2 north fields together, and found when you spin them with a high-speed electric motor, a torsion field comes off of it.
How did you have any success with yours, Phil?
Say that again.
Sorry, guys. Hey, yeah, we're doing some modifications on it because the motor spins so fast, the torque of it, so it's the magnets pretty much went flying off. So we got to find a way to keep the magnets in place. Scientifically, it sounds. So I'm really anxious to try this thing out.
Phil Lobo rocks.
He's got the best robe in the world.
Yeah. No Lobo.
Hey, your hair's looking bad, man.
Thank you, fellas.
And his wife is even cooler.
Ah, she is. I can vouch for that. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure hosting Brandon and Brett last weekend. And, yeah, it's true. Brett, no off switch on Brett. So. But I gotta say, the guy's a genius. He's full of really brilliant ideas. His imagination stretches well beyond, like, anything I can imagine, and it's awesome. It's really awesome.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, bro. Send some Maui Wowie, dude. Send some Maui.
That's the only off switch I know about, bro.
And thank you, Free Energy Jay. He's been really he's been sending these things out. He's a little.
I know. Thank you, Jay. It's been fantastic. We haven't played with ours fully yet.
I'm waiting on Carol. The magnets are supposed to come this weekend, and I got it all assembled except for the magnets on it.
Okay.
On Carolyn's, and I'll send hers one out too.
We had a magnet fall off as well. So basically, we follow the steps, don't we, and sort of super glue the magnet to a grip vise or something, and then put epoxy glue on the
epoxy it the first time. Now, after the epoxy sets up, you can dip it in epoxy again and put a real thick coating all the way around, because all you need is the energy. The energy will pass through anything.
Oh, okay.
This torsion field, there's nothing that'll shield against it.
We could paint little faces on it, couldn't we? Make it look pretty.
Well, aluminum. There's aluminum.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
Aluminum interacts with torsion fields. Big time.
What will happen is that once the aluminum is saturated, the field will just pass through it. But
that's why you don't put metal in the microwave.
The microwave, yeah.
But the only thing I know that slows it down real effective is polyethylene. When you run 2 layers of polyethylene, it'll stop the bonding in the polyethylene will actually absorb it and keep it from moving through it.
No shit.
Wait a sec. Hold on.
Where I found this one, the one that developed the radionic device, what's his name? He's the one that found out about it. He put caterpillars in a polyethylene bag.
Oh God, yeah. Oh,
he was using a radionic device, and the ones that were in the polyethylene bags weren't affected by the radionic device.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that thing just a while back.
Horonius was his name. T. Galen Horonius.
That's one of the great names.
T or something.
So Jay, this motor and stuff you sent, because me and Ladybug thought it was a sex toy this whole time. It's like a torsion field.
That's why the magnets came off.
Well, what I recommend what you do, you vice grip it on with a small pair of vice grips, then you put epoxy on it. Then after the epoxy dries, dip it again in epoxy and put a thick coat around magnets and everything, so it's frozen in there. It can't fly off.
Hey Phil, if you thought it was a sex toy, do you think you would disappear down the wormhole?
I think it's time for a smoke break.
Okay. I thought we just had one.
With a tune. Here's hello, Brandon.
And we're live, Brandon. Hi.
Hello.
Brandon, have you got Nikola on your Skype?
Oh no, I'm not on the computer right now. I don't have a microphone to Skype with. I have to call in on the phone.
Yeah, because I gave him Steve's Skype thing earlier today, and then he's not picked it up yet. So we're just waiting for.
Do you know him, Jay? No?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you know Nikola?
Do
you know the
Nikpola Lonchar?
No, I've never met him personally.
Okay.
But I'm
okay, Phil, you're a last hope.
I'm familiar that he is with the Tesla Foundation in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's the president. of the Tesla Foundation.
But I never met him, but except for hearing his voice today.
No, that was Gregor.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Nikola to come on. I've just sent him a message on the Facebook, which he appears to be online, but he hasn't picked that up yet. So, yeah. So, yeah, tell us more about the little devices that you've sent.
I've sent them to let's see, Dude Base, Herb Guy's got one. I sent one to Reset. Sent one to Gene. I'm waiting on the magnets to come for Carolyn's. I'm sending her one.
Cool. I just want to say hello to Reset. I hope you've got your virus sorted out in your computer, mate.
And also a shout out to Herb Guy. He's on. He can't Skype in at the moment, but he's listening. He said he was before.
Hi, Herb Guy.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to give them taxmen shit. Herb Guy's been asking me about sort of common law for some reason. He thinks I'm a lawyer or something.
The Gaddafi lawyer.
My legal expertise extends to just knowing a few websites.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll tell you them all day long.
Right, take care.
There.
Are you still with us, Lobo?
I am here, just hanging out with you fellas. Hey, does anyone have the device that'll run a freaking refrigerator? Because I think that's all we're looking for here. We need free energy for the fridge, because we all like to eat.
That's what we're talking about. Let's run a blender.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that.
That's right.
I remember Max Egan's saying, I think it might have been on Freighter's show, that there was a guy that he'd spoken to that had this film that that you stuck on your window, and it sort of drew energy in from the air. And so, you know, if you could devise something to stick on a fridge, like the film of the fridge, you know, the casing of the fridge is the power supply.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it?
That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely amazing.
What we could do is, if you had a spark plug along with the torsion field and a fan, you blow the air into the refrigerator, and with the torsion field charge the refrigerator, and have the spark plug goes off, and it causes an implosion and cools down the refrigerator.
I have a question for Jay on that.
Yeah?
Jay, can I hook that up to my balls?
Only if you want frost to grow on them.
I love a deja vu.
Been there, done that.
I tell you, that motor does vibrate quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's so good with the vibrators that my company is making.
Was that rabbit hole vibrator?
Yeah.
Occupy your rabbit hole vibrator.
Yeah, check it out. I'm going to fund spiritual philanthropy through the porn industry. I got my own site for all these videos coming up, especially the thing about the Alex Jones time traveling. It's mokshanews.xxx.
A man ahead of his time, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you guys are building time machines. I'm living in one, man.
Turn your head.
Yeah.
Here's a quick.
Really get it.
Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
I was just thinking, before you got all these people involved in it, you can always run it by hand.
You're talking about my balls, right?
Most definitely.
I don't recommend you using the motor on your balls.
No, I don't either, actually.
If the crank don't work, you shouldn't use a dangerous device like that.
You'll end up creating a wormhole at the end.
Or worse.
If I snap you to your balls.
Yeah, you don't. Hey, the magnet was a little effort. Those magnets flew off. What do you think it'd do to your balls?
Oh, mate. Oi. I was thinking it might take your eye out, actually.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
That would be a dangerous place to put something that spins that fast.
Definitely, yeah. Would you recommend the wearing of eye protection when you do operate it, Jay?
Yeah, wear a condom. Just in case.
On your eyes?
On your eye?
Maybe I can wear an organite cock ring and create a torsion field around my cock.
Either that or an organite butt plug.
Wow.
No, this is the true alchemy, man.
Now that's alchemy.
Okay, yeah, definitely we need more.
That would definitely charge your lower chakra.
Hey, check it out. I'm time traveling to 4:20 p.m. again.
Oh my God, such a sausage.
In the membrane.
Where did Carolyn go?
Yeah. This is the guy's show tonight, isn't it? No Caroline.
It's the sausage fest where we erect 30-foot towers and shit. I mean, this is...
Where's Caroline? Is she hunting down the killer of JFK still?
Probably. She's probably interviewing him and taping it.
Probably stole the Nixon tapes.
Oh, but
fellas, we got any more God Rewards the Fearless?
Yeah, we're actually going to release episode 3 in the next few weeks here. We're just trying to get everything online. We're going to release some, release a store, basically, where you have stuff you can download just to, $1 this, $10 that kind of thing. And then, what the hell else was I talking about? Hey, you guys have seen Thrive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all that?
Yeah.
And on YouTube, if you type in, like, free energy device, there's just, like, tons of videos now, man. Like, there's so many experiments going on out there. It's really fascinating stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's just becoming like a well of stuff out there. So I'm pretty sure 2012 is going to be pivotal in our pursuit for happiness here. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. So it's the same thing in 2013, 2014, and on, too.
Exactly. Just gets better. Yeah, they can't stop us, and we're having a good time. We just need more women. Just more women. Chicks around here.
Asheville, North Carolina is full of them.
There you
Either
go.
that or a clone kit.
Don't worry, guys. I got a XXX site, man. That's all taken care of.
Organite butt plug. Organite butt plug.
Free energy.
But in all seriousness, guys, I mean, sex really does sell. If we were the first to put out the Organite butt plug, it could finance a lot of projects for us.
Especially if we had a vibrating one.
Yeah, dude. Combine it all, dude.
Torsion.
Organite don't have to be made out of epoxy. You can use a rubber. Mix rubber and cure it with the metal that's in it.
Oh. What do you think of that, Caroline, making a rubber?
Organite butt plug.
Well, hey, I just got back on. Hi, guys. I had to fly off there for a minute.
Oh, you missed it.
Hey, I don't worry about it. You guys have to worry about the rubbers, not me.
No, I was telling them that you don't need to use epoxy to make orgonite. All you need is an organic substance. You could use a raw rubber mixed in with the metal dust and the crystals and actually make one out of rubber.
That's perfect for the dildo.
Actually,
Well,
somehow that actually, free energy J, it actually makes sense. It does. We need sound effects.
I'm waiting on your magnets. Then I'll be able to send you. I already got it built, except for the magnets to be epoxied on. It's sitting here.
What are these magnets actually made of? What metal are they?
They're made of rare earth. They're rare earth magnets. They're made of neodymium and iron.
Wow. They're well strong, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very
strong.
Think of trying to push them together, especially large ones. Then put a pair of ice grips on it. Then epoxy in it. It's not an easy task.
No.
Sounds like you've been busy, Jay.
Oh, I have.
That's good. Staying out of trouble, that's good. I want to know why these guys went all the way to Hawaii and got arrested again. I'm still stuck on that story. I want to get all the way to Maui and spend your first night in jail. I'm going to talk to these guys Somebody just launched an aircraft?
Blowing.
They're in a typhoon.
Somebody just launched an aircraft. I had to break away. I had to do something with housekeeping at the hotel and catch up on my page. Today is Supernatural Day, and it's Friday the 13th, so I had some stuff to catch up on here, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, I imagine they'll have a good one for Supernatural on a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, they're going back to deal with Elliot Ness, so it was kind of fun, and I had a new page here, and we're actually going to set up a club here. And the hotel I'm at is so awesome, we're actually going to have a Supernatural club here. And I actually just got a phone call from a friend. John Edwards just announced he's got a life-threatening heart condition. I didn't think he had a heart left.
Oh, wow.
Anybody screwing around on a dying wife, I figure. And I actually liked him at one time. It's like, man, well, I'm thinking he actually did have a heart. I guess he'll have to wind up being robotic like Janie, so. I'll get him an atomic one. He'll be all right. Keep him on a shorter leash,
Exactly.
I don't know who's still on since I was off for a little bit. You have to forgive me, guys, but did everybody show up? Are we talking to the Tesla Museum still?
Not yet.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
He's about on Facebook.
He's around on Facebook, not on.
So.
Oh, okay. Well, if anybody's listening on Type 1 Radio, like I said, I put a whole bunch of cool stuff on my Facebook wall. There's a bunch of cool Tesla stuff. There's actually a cool movie in Serbian with English subtitles. But there's a whole boatload of stuff I put up about Tesla. But I even put some Da Vinci stuff up there. And I started off on this weird tangent about automobiles and television earlier today. So you can see televisions dating back to 1903. And I put up Da Vinci's car from 1400s and the 1850 Serbian car that was steam-powered. And some cool stuff up there, plus obviously a lot of supernatural stuff because I go a little insane on Fridays. And forgive all the sound effects. I opened my
Scalar weapons.
If you guys want to take it, no, I'm not taking it. I'm taking it for a second. Let's the audio.
So.
Hi, this is Ron Jeremy. You're listening to Sonic.
He's got to be about 85 years old, isn't he? At least at this point, he doesn't have to worry about hurting anybody with his teeth. He's like really popular now. He just takes his dentures out and goes for it, right? There's some advantages to having dentures. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, he's probably worn out by now. He probably has to use a walker.
Well, walker with a third leg. What are you going to do, That's why they invented Viagra, right? You know, so he can be happy. He always had the right attitude. I mean, he didn't have the supernatural stud look that's kind of hot, but, you know, at least he always was enthusiastic. You got to give him credit, you know?
Yeah, you've seen some of the very big women that he had it with, 300 or 400 pound women. And he actually looked enthusiastic.
What are we actually talking about, Ron
Yeah.
Jeremy's career. Oh, fucking great.
Yeah,
We'll have to find out what drugs he was on. You know, he could just have really bad eyesight, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, we were talking about free energy and Nikola Tesla and...
put a picture up in the car.
Schlong came up. I love the Type 1 radio show is my favourite all-time radio show. I listened to the part that I missed last week, and it was just fantastic.
Megan was awesome.
Yeah, well, but yeah. But you guys were awesome before she came on. It was just hilarious.
Oh, Carolyn, we need help marketing something, if you don't mind. Yeah, we have an Organite butt plug.
I don't know. You need a real asshole for that one.
Touché. Nice answer, Caroline.
Hey, I bumped up. I'm up to Keystone Ice, so I can handle anything you're throwing at me now. I'm at a better hotel. The hotel costs less, so I can give up the Colt 45 and move up to Ice Beer. Now I'm cooking now. No more Lando Calrissian, you know? I mean, hey, by next week I'll be getting it by the keg.
Yeah, Lando. Let's get Billy D. Williams on the show here.
Hell yeah. Well, we get him on there. I think he's probably in a walker, too. What the hell?
Caroline, what about Michio Kaku?
Yeah.
Because that is a show.
Well, now that I'm actually hooked up, I've got the Ethernet and everything else, and believe it or not, Eddie took a whole month off in Austin. He's got a suite here now. We got enough room. Come on.
Get Michio's people to talk to Phil's people, because that show's got to happen.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. Plus, if you want, we got, I was talking to Ralph Nader. He'll come on, too, if you want to have him come on and talk about all kinds of shit. And I got a really cool guy that does natural fermentation of just about everything. He's actually going to come to Columbia. He's really a cool guy, Sandor. I think I sent that to your page. There's a whole bunch of people raring to go. And as long as it sounds like this connection, I can actually talk to you guys without getting, destroying the whole...
Yeah, no, you sound better than ever.
Yeah, I just had to get out of that rat hole. I didn't realize how bad it was. Yeah. You should have seen Eddie when he got there. He's like totally freaking out. He says, "Man, this place is just totally getting wiped." And he goes, he said he was getting zapped the whole time he was there.
How did you to meet you?
Yeah, he drove 13 hours from Austin to help me move, and then Regis is another buddy.
Regis drove back.
Fucking hey, Regis called from New Jersey and sent $600, and he goes, we got to get you out of there, and. Karen Rose, who's so awesome, she called from New Zealand 6 times to the hotel and was saying she was going to get her friends at the United Nations to kick their ass, and it was awesome.
Great.
They got bombarded with like about 100.
Fucking brilliant.
They got about 150 phone calls saying, if you touch Carolyn and her stuff and her cats, we're going to come down there and kick your ass, and some people in Colombia, and the Colombia police, you're going to love this, the Colombia police actually came out on my side. And they told the owners of the hotel, they said, no, we know her, she's fine. And they said, if you touch her shit, you can have her arrested for trespassing, but if you touch her, damage her shit, we'll arrest you guys.
Whoa, Sheriff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told the cop, I said, I'm going to have you on the fucking radio, because she's a lady cop, and... her partner's a lady cop, and her dad was a cop, and the cop they work with used to be on Magnum PI, so we could probably get Brandon out of jail sooner if I'd have known. Brett, hey,
It was Brett.
Oh, was it Brett? I thought it was Brandon who got busted.
No.
Brett. When you got a B name, they're all the same, Oh, and by the way, Lobo, that was Jennifer.
Was like Beavis and Butthead, was it?
See, they're interchangeable. And Lobo, that was Jennifer Beal, by the way.
Oh, dude. Yes, thank you for that video. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get a whole lot done that day.
So anyway, yeah, Michikaku.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, definitely. We just have to figure out a date, and then I'll give me like a week.
Next Saturday.
What?
Phil, next Saturday, is that good for you?
Tear it up. Do it.
I'll send the note tomorrow and see what I get back.
Okay,
after
fantastic.
I'm going to just be doing Supernatural and Keystone Ice for the rest of the night. So I'm going to be too roasted to be making any important phone calls tonight.
Well, Dr. Kaku, he's flown all over the world. He's met up with thousands of scientists, and he knows all the elites. So, I mean, if there's a guy that can find us the device that can power our refrigerators, Tim.
You can power your refrigerator. Cool stuff. You don't even need electricity. I mean, come on, guys. We can be off the grid next week if we want to do it. We just got to do it. That's all.
Exactly. There's a natural light bulb in the sky called the sun.
Hey, people have been putting things on ice a lot longer before there were high tension lines flying all over the place. I mean, people had ice boxes and other shit. Where do people think ice came from? I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do this, you know. And actually, a lot more greener ways too. They're not as polluting stuff, which is horrible, you know. So it's like there's so many cool ways to do this. And I posted up something that's over on my page about how veterinarians. I'm gonna probably never be able to go to the vet school again. How the veterinarian schools are getting so fucked because they're all getting owed to Monsanto and all these horrible things that they're doing. And, they're finding out that organic farmers are having a hard time getting veterinarians that have any training on how to deal with organic animals on farms. But then they found out that, animals on organic farms use veterinarians 80 to 90% less because the poor things are actually healthier anyway. So it's like, we don't need any of this, petrochemical world. I mean, all this is just a crazy matrix developed, after the 1880s, and they went nuts with this stuff because they knew it was a way to control the food, the fuel, and the funding. So what the hell? We can just tell them all to kiss off and.
Yeah.
I mean, Tesla's just one of many guys that had stuff. I mean, like I said, look on my page of these guys that had cars in 1815. I mean, that was 100 years before Tesla. And, there were all kinds of stuff. I mean, the Sumerians had drawings, images of powered vehicles. I mean, in the Indian text, there's all kinds of stuff, So it's like we're just reinventing the wheel, that's all.
That's what Brett says. Do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We seriously have to watch out for GMA pot at this point. That's my biggest concern.
Great point.
GMA pot?
Yeah, you got to watch out. What do you think they've been playing around with this shit for, waiting for to make it illegal again?
Mm-hmm.
They had to take it and fart around with it. There's an awful lot of big money behind the stuff that's going to be rolling out of these medical marijuana labs, and they've been sitting there playing with something healthy. So you got to watch out what they're going to actually be cooking out and calling pot. Who knows what the hell it's going to be?
That's a great point. That's why you should grow your own.
Exactly. Everybody should grow their own. Everybody needs a survival/victory / happy garden.
Exactly. And
did you see the thing I had on my page about juicing marijuana?
Didn't see that.
No, I'm serious. You actually add it. If you're making one of these like juice drinks that are great with carrots and everything else, throw some leaves in there. You got it made. I'm serious. I'm not making
That's a great idea.
Wow.
Might try that right now. Good face, I'd love that.
Yeah, I actually got a whole recipe book that's going to come to one of my
The thing is, man, when you eat it like that, you do get quite fucked up. Pardon my French. You do get.
Yeah, but you're happy and you're healthy. That's all that matters. As long as you're happy and healthy, that's what matters,
I watched this video. I actually posted the video on the hemp site on Friends of Freeman. And it's this old doctor who prescribes a vaporizer for cancer patients because obviously you can't give cancer patients cigarettes to smoke, sort of thing. So he was saying once you vaporize your marijuana, you can actually cook with it.
Oh, yeah?
So because when you cook it without vaporizing it, it's got so much THC in it that really it's not good for you, sort of thing. But when you burn THC in a vaporizer, it only burns off the highest strength of the THC, so the lower strengths are left. And this is what gives you a really nice, pleasant sort of cookie buzz as well. So I recommend everybody gets a vaporizer and then makes cookies.
I think I'll go out to China Mart and get one now.
Yes.
You're better off with the marijuana oil and just mix it with butter and make your own peanut butter cookies or something.
It doesn't hurt, you know. You might always have some leftover leaves, you know. Oh, you know what? If we want to avoid the plastic and the vaporizer, we can always just put it in a little teapot and just kind of have it like steam up off the teapot like you do on top of a fireplace. You know, those like dragon-looking things where the steam comes out?
Mm-hmm.
You ever put those on a fire? Did you ever do that over and fry? Did you ever get that cold?
Well, just stick your face in that all day.
That's kind of cool, wasn't it? You know? Put it on the fireplace and you got this steaming dragon and it's coming out the dragon's snout. That's kind of cool.
I don't know. Why not make a marijuana beer?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Actually, I've had a hemp beer. It's not that good.
I've had a
Take all
hemp
the
beer.
good shit out.
I've had skunk tequila.
Oh my goodness.
yeah. My friend made that.
Now there's two word combo if ever I heard one.
He like stuck a few buds in a bottle. He did vodka as well. But the tequila,
You can put anything in vodka. Vodka's good. It's a great mix.
Yeah.
The tequila one was particularly fantastic.
I think you should add a couple buds to the Long Island tea. You may not walk for a couple days, but you won't really care.
You barely float for a couple of days by the sounds of it.
You'd be doing something else anyway.
You know, the audience is showing up for Tesla and free energy, but they're getting
Again, better entertainment than they bargained for.
They're getting charged up anyway. Well, we'll give them some intelligence. Go to my Facebook page, Da Vinci Mechanical Lion Walks. It's really cool. The French Museum has got the Da Vinci Mechanical Lion walking, and I've got the paddle boat from Da Vinci and his automobile from 1495, and Cugnot's steam engine from the 1800s, the 1913 Chevrolet, a moving sidewalk from the Paris Expo, 1900s. See, this was a very educational show we have here.
Awesome.
I learn something every day. And what I don't know, I make up.
I think Tesla did. That's why he's not around.
Yeah. What the hell, you know? Hey, you know, I knew that guy they just killed this week. That kind of pisses me off. And they're trying to call him a cop killer. I think that's what got my my computer whacked. Ryan Mraz, who's really a cool guy. He was kind of a UFOologist. He wrote a book, 2012 and Beyond. He was a Marine who basically became a super pacifist and actually asked to get out early. And he was writing about what he saw, and he'd done a couple radio shows, and nobody quite knows exactly, because he was actually a very cool guy. I mean, you know, how do I put this? He was traveling in his van with his dog, and he had gone everywhere and had studied all this stuff. I'm going to put his page back on mine again. That'll get my computer screwed again. But Drew Ryan Mraz, super cool guy, good-looking guy. But he wrote about everything from, you know, the Sumerian text. He tied that in with the Mayans. He tied it into what he had learned in the military, and he was kind of exposing some things. And I'll be damned if he didn't go out to Arizona, and I have no idea why. He was supposed to be sending me his book to read, and then I was going to bring him on the show because I thought he was a pretty cool guy. And I never got the book. Of course, over at that other hotel, I don't know what they were doing, like my books. But never got my license plate yet. But he went out to Arizona, and what happened this week was he was shot and killed by the Arizona police, and they said he killed the cop. And they've changed the story 3 or 4 times already, because first they said they knocked on his van door because they said they'd gotten a burglary call. Well, they were in the middle of a shopping mall. It wasn't a burglary call. And then they said they knocked on the window and he came out shooting. Well, first of all, if a cop walks up and the guy's got a high-powered rifle in his lap, you're going to see that. And as crazy as cops are today, they got the ninja guys out with every what do you call the special teams out there to shoot the guy. Well, then they said they were approaching the vehicle and he jumped out shooting. Then they said they knocked on the window, and instead of coming out the passenger side where he was sleeping, he came out the sliding door. Now, I don't know. I mean, that makes the guy pretty much a ninja himself, that the cops are stupid standing there with a guy with a high-powered rifle waiting for him to come out and shoot him. And supposedly he shot the one cop dead with the high-powered rifle, and then they shot and killed him, so they cordoned off everything. And the unique thing was that the police officer was shot with blue-tip military-issue bullets, which he couldn't have got a hold of for the last 5 years. So unless he took them home with him and just decided to carry them around in his pocket, and he was a devout pacifist at this point. I can guarantee you if he had a gun on him, it was something else that happened, because they're now trying to tie him to a murder in nearby Sedona, Arizona, and everybody knows how weird Sedona is. A couple from New Hampshire, also pacifists, also into free energy and to permaculture, and like him, 2012 beyond, moving forward to positive things in a peaceful world. Nobody knows why they left their house in New Hampshire and were in this park outside Sedona. They were shot and killed with the same high-powered rifle that they're saying the cop was killed with, but it's basically a sniper rifle. And what makes me wonder is if he was meeting them for some reason around Sedona, because they also were involved with UFO research too, I would venture to say if he was involved in a shootout at all, he might have been standing there talking to them, and a sniper took out them and missed him, and he was hiding on the parking lot, maybe, or, you know, they killed that cop with that gun just to then set him up, and God knows where the hell they shot him at, because the whole question is, where's his dog that was part pit bull? If he opened a sliding door and you got a pit bull in there, that sucker's coming out there ready to take somebody's arm off, because that's what he's doing, is protecting his master. And nobody can state where his cell phone and his laptop are, where he kept all his research. And the couple from New Hampshire, nobody can find their laptop or cell phone either. So I've had an interesting week, because I was trying to talk to his brother to see if I could get his files. If I can get his files, I'll publish his damn files, and I don't care. They can come and shoot me with a high-powered rifle. Screw him. So am I wound up or what?
We need to get you a bullet vest, I think, Carolyn.
When you're immortal, you I don't even know if you guys heard about that. His name was Drew Ryan Moran. He was a great guy.
Yeah, I think I watched some of his...
Well, now they're just calling him a cop killer, but it's like, wait a minute, I mean... And then they said he had a violent past because in college, him and his buddies had stolen a keg from the resident assistant at college. I mean, stealing beer in college is like a passage right, you know? That hardly makes you a bad criminal, you know?
No.
So that was our news story of the day. That'll get most of our taxes all re-audited. Although you guys in Brighton don't have to worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure they check out Lobo's taxes, though.
Thanks. I got you hit.
You got to make some money before you pay taxes, though, don't you, Phil?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll send you another video, Phil.
Send it
It'll
over.
it'll make it up to you.
Oh, man. Carolyn's got the best homemade videos out there, I'm telling you.
Well, she sends videos of you.
Oh, you got one, Nick. It was the same one.
No, that's Steve you're talking to.
Oh, I didn't recognize Steve. I'm sorry. I thought that. Well,
I'm here.
you can share that one with Steve later. Well, you don't say homemade as if I'm in the video. I'm not in the video. It was sent to me from a friend.
Okay.
It was interesting, though. It was sort of like an educational video.
Sexy. Very sexy.
What?
All right, fellas, 2012, man. Let's do this.
No.
Yes. The moment is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 2012. Let's,
Well, hey, if we want to talk about Tesla, if you guys ever checked out online, they've got a really cool thing. The Tesla Museum in Serbia is actually pretty awesome. They actually have tried to recreate almost everything they can from his files, just like the French and the Italian museum has done with Da Vinci. And they've got all kinds of stuff over there, and it's really cool. I mean, I realize a lot of it's written in Serbian, which kind of sucks. But you know, I've got a lot of friends online that are all kinds of languages. And you know, there's a thing called Google Translate, which comes in handy. And actually, you know, they've actually got some pretty cool stuff. And if the American guy at the Tesla Museum never shows up, I'll get the guy from Serbia. He actually speaks pretty good English. You know? Better than you guys.
Can you get him now?
Yeah. So we've got like half an hour left.
The people in America will understand him better than you guys, so what the hell?
Yeah. So just in case, if Nikolai from the Tesla Foundation is listening, can you get in touch?
Yeah.
Just out there.
Please call.
Yeah.
Well, we just became friends today on Facebook. I should see if I can find him, because, you know, he is on Facebook. We just became friends. Now that you said that, I should see if I can find him.
I'm doing that now.
He's online. I've been sending him a message. Yeah, just waiting for him to... oh, no, he's online, yeah. So...
Just put your number online. So you can come right in.
All that, Jay.
Yeah.
All right.
But if anybody else wants to ring in and join the party that's going down...
Friday night in the city of Brighton Hope and California and Arizona
and Maui and...
Maui, Wowie.
Yeah.
Arizona.
And the mountains.
Exactly. Hey guys, did you guys see the movie The Prestige?
Oh yeah.
That was directed by Christopher Nolan, who's doing all the Batman movies now, and he's a fucking genius. So yeah, in the movie The Prestige, it was about those dueling magicians, and it had a lot to do with Tesla. David Bowie played Nikola Tesla in the movie The Prestige, and he basically there's a whole lot about teleportation in there. Teleportation technology and stuff. Good stuff.
See the site that, was it Deadface or you that set up about the 70s, 80s symbolism in TV?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the one, I posted one called The Tomorrow's People, which was from 1973, and it used to like freak me out. And that was about teleportation and stuff.
Oh wow, that was something you watched as a kid?
Yeah. It was 73 to 79.
Cool.
I'm the same age as Deadface.
yeah, he's about that age.
No, I am,
Yeah. Old.
Tesla actually did build a teleportation unit before he died. The U.S. Army took it.
Right.
Really? Okay. So yeah, in this movie, they showcase a lot of this supposed teleportation technology. In fact, that was the whole focus of the movie, was this trick that, you know, needed to use teleportation. So, yeah, David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla in this movie. It's awesome. Check it out.
What's it called?
The Prestige.
The Prestige.
Is it like Hugh Jackman and
Ewan McGregor, or not Ewan McGregor, but Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Yeah,
it's really good film. And Michael Caine, isn't he?
Of course, yeah, Michael Caine. Yeah, the Dream Team. So yeah, you got Batman and, you know, Alfred in there.
yeah.
Different roles. Yeah, they're playing dueling magicians back in the 1800s, and it's such a delight to watch. It's really great stuff. But yeah, they're really exposing stuff, I feel, but you know.
Yeah, they're turning it out, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's money in it, you see, all of a sudden.
And there's plausible deniability there as well. Oh, it was in that movie. It can't be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how cool.
But yeah, check it out, The Prestige. Really great stuff. Oh, also, have you guys seen the new Batman trailer, in fact, by the way, speaking of which?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to be there. I mean, it looks like it's Batman versus an uprising. Like the whole Gotham City kind of looks like it explodes into some revolution or something. Pretty wild. But they introduced Catwoman in there, I think, and, you know.
Oh. Wow, that's why you're going.
Yeah.
I just posted a picture of a gal nursing a goat.
Oh, God.
Did you hear that Beyonce and Jay-Z have got their newly born baby daughter on some track, and she's now the youngest person to be like recorded on the song?
No, bloody hell!
Wow. And you're going to take that track and turn it into something else, aren't you, Sonic? And
Huh?
you and Steve are going to take that track and turn it into something, one of your creations, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's, I must admit, it was quite bad on the day that the baby was born on. When I look at my emails, it's Hotmail, and when I turn it off, it comes on to MSN as it sort of thingy. And
Yeah.
there was
There you
that's
go.
when I thought,
Type
oh,
1
they had
radio.
to- Yeah.
I don't know if you
I'm-
guys can hear my end or theirs, but something happened. Wow, that was crazy.
Let's don't hear your end.
Can anyone?
Yeah, hold it. Can you hear me? No. Bill was just gone.
Oh.
I don't know. What's going on here?
I'm having fun on Facebook. You guys should join me over there.
We've got my Facebook open there.
There we go. I sent a note to Nikola. You know, he's cool. He knows Serbian and Russian. We got to get this guy back on again.
Yeah, or actually on initially.
Yeah, well, you know, he's here in spirit.
He hasn't been on yet.
Well, he's
Yeah,
here in spirit. Come on. He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the frequency. You just don't see him. That's all.
I'd really like to get John Hutchison on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can
we
ask
need
him to do that.
We need to speak to Judy
Oh.
about getting him on.
Yes. Mm.
You know, I got to check this gal out with the goat. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. She's got a little baby there, and I don't know. I don't know this.
Oh,
To read this. It's
turn the
like
show
in
off, Phil.
Afghanistan or something. It's really crazy. It's actually an interesting picture. I mean, it's not. I'm not talking. It's not a sexual picture. It's just a strange picture. This gal's feeding this baby, and this little baby goat's coming up, and she's like a two-fisted server here. Holy moly! You guys got to see the picture. It's you know, this is radio. You know.
This is radio, exactly, so we should be talking instead of describing pictures.
Phil, are you back there?
You back
Well,
with
Phil could sing for us if he would.
Can
Hallelujah! Hi, Phil.
Hi, how's it going, fellas?
Real good.
It's really crazy over here.
So what the hell is going on? 2012, what are we doing? The great work. We got to do our own great work. They got theirs cut out.
We're doing great work.
Yeah. I think this is it, isn't it? We are creating the new type of art.
Did we get offered a show on another radio station?
Yeah, on TNS.
Have you heard about this, guys?
Which one? Which one?
TNS.
TNS Radio.
Freeman was on.
Freeman was on
Monday.
Monday. And let me tell you, we've got nothing to worry about. I listened to the shows a couple of times. I think we've been offered the graveyard slot though.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could have. There are a lot of like 12 till 3, or 12 till whenever.
So we could possibly do a Friday night and hook up with these guys and
Yeah.
bring the Type 1 Lounge to a whole new set of deals.
Yeah.
That's to a new level.
Absolutely. It's quite funny because there's a couple of sort of hosts on there who I met at various sort of free man on the land meetings, and they take like tape recording devices out and hassle cops and tape the sort of responses. Some of it's there's a lot of long pauses sort of thing, but some of it's quite funny.
Classic.
Honestly, they make sure they've got recording devices on them, like a good iPhone or something, when they're doing it, because they purposely drive vehicles without tax and registration, insurance sort of thing. So when they get stopped, they just immediately get these, recorders in these cops' faces, sort of thing.
Yeah.
The people from Liverpool are quite crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
What do you mean, only Liverpool? I thought the whole country.
Well, Liverpool is. Well, we're as we've told you before, we're a little microcosm down here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there's nobody quite like us, but the rest of the country's quite bizarrely mad.
I love the fact that we got a beach. I forgot.
There's a lot of mad people here, though.
Beaches.
But
Special mad people who live here.
yeah, Brighton is a bubble in the whole of the country. There's no. It is like California of the UK, really.
But just really lame.
Yeah. Yeah. It rains.
There's no fucking sand on the beach or surf.
Yeah, we've got pebbles.
Yeah, I decided a couple of years, or many years back, to just dump a whole load of rubble on the beach, or well, pebbles, so that the so the sand wouldn't head off into the town, sort of thing. And it's just rubbish.
Okay, you got used to it though, don't you?
Well, when you look for sand and it's not there, so.
The tide goes out.
Yeah, when it goes out, when it goes way out. It's mad though. In Brighton, there's two piers that don't actually have boats coming in on them. They're just for leisure activities. And one of them is burnt down now, but the sort of steel frame of it's still there. And it's really it's really ugly. It's this big pile of rotten metal.
It's
fracked. It's fracked, yeah. But in the sort of Victorian days, they used to have this great big steam carriage that went on a track that was on the seabed. So its wheels were about 40 foot high sort of thing, and then you'd be on this little thing and going through the water. So when the tide, you ever seen those pictures?
Yeah, yeah. Was that not the chain pier?
Was it a chain? Was it drag between the two piers by chain? Okay, right.
No. Chain pier was that was a third pier, just left of on the Madeira Drive, just left there near where the start of the Volks Railway. We've got the oldest electric railway in Brighton here, Volks Railway. It goes for about half a mile. Woohoo!
And then you have to walk back because it can't turn round. It's hilarious.
Yeah. They didn't really think that one through.
So, I know everyone's working on their own projects and everyone needs money to get some things going, so I just want to let everyone know that here in California, there's like a few other states, we do have the medicinal marijuana laws in place, but you can take advantage of them to where I know a lot of people, a lot of friends around here, they grow their own stuff like in their attics. I think with the script, you can grow like 6 plants on your property.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you get approved for making edibles at home, I think you can have up to 99 plants.
Wow.
So,
Where is it?
it's a huge California. You know?
I'm packing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Fukushima's a false flag, man. They don't want you growing marijuana here for free, you know? Dude, but with the 6 plants you can grow, like personally, you're talking about $30,000 income. You could sell that crop to the dispensaries, and you can grow your own to smoke. So you're not spending
$30,000 from 6 plants.
Yeah, but the thing is, the catch is you got to have them growing year round. So you can have a batch of 6 growing at one time, and they're in different stages, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so $30,000 for a year.
Yeah, so 30 grand off of 6 plants, but the 6 plants you have, they're in different stages. So while you have 6 plants that are like budding or whatever, flowering too, and
you got like 18 maybe.
Yeah, you can have them like 6, like starter, whatever, like clones or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, if I move out there, Phil, can we have like a housewarming party and everybody bring me a plant or two?
One of my friends was growing this variety, this strain called Automatic, that it automatically buds. So and when we saw them in the summer there, they were sort of they were a month old, and they were maybe about 1 metre high. And yeah, they were already starting to bud, which is just crazy.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. And I know, like, startup costs for if you want to set up the grow lights and everything in your attic, that sort of thing, it's only like literally like $1,500 to get started. And
these were outside. These were.
Wow. See, yeah. So even better. So
yeah, he lives in the Loire Valley. It's really fucking hot there in the summer.
Mate. Imagine. So yeah, I mean, there is a lot of opportunity for everybody in medicinal marijuana, and the thing is, once you get your operation set up, it kind of runs itself. It grows
Smoke weed every day.
Exactly. So there you go. I mean, you guys are looking for work or supplemental income. I recommend looking into medicinal marijuana opportunities, especially like states like Michigan, who they got cleared like a couple of years ago. I mean, that place is in its infancy. It's a huge growth potential, if you know what I mean.
How many states then can you in that program?
It's only a handful right now. I think Hawaii is actually one of them. Michigan, I know it's definitely. California, obviously.
I thought Obama was revoking that.
Arizona, Oregon, Washington, state of Washington.
Yeah.
Just Colorado.
Was I hearing wrong then when I heard that Obama was doing away with medical marijuana?
So Phil,
Eric
do you have a card?
Eric Holder's broke his promise.
Do you have a
couple
card?
States. Eric Holder's been trying to shut down some places and do some stuff. I mean, the administration, he's no different than Bush. I mean, he's a CIA operative himself, old boo. So, I mean, he's not helping it at all. But, I mean, it's all happening at the state level is doing all the work. It's just the grassroots people making the difference. They're just basically ignoring the federal government at this point.
Which step was that?
Huh?
Have you got a medical marijuana card, Phil?
Do I have the card? No, I do not. But Ladybug did for a few years, and we're kind of broke last week.
Phil, you sound pretty sick. I think you should get a card.
Absolutely. God.
Do you have to pay for the card?
How much is it?
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, let's talk about that. It's the lowest price I've heard of is $35. It's usually around $100, at the most, and it's good for the year. And it's really easy. You go into one of these little, these little clinics, and they got some guy in a white coat, but he's a total fucking hippie, like stoner.
Yes, sir, can I help you with your medication?
He's basically the dude. He's Lebowski.
You guys just live my dream out there, honestly. I would love to sort of see that shit. It'd be great.
It's quite fun. But I gotta tell you, man, dude, you're on the freeway here in Los Angeles, which is like one of the busiest places in the world, obviously, traffic-wise.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone's fucking blazed, man.
That's the way to be driving.
Definitely the way to be driving, yeah.
Or is that just me because I'm blazed?
Are you doing the bong in the car?
No, never. It's disgusting. I don't smoke though. It's gross. Come on, guys. I'm totally legal. Dude. What time we got?
Hey, we only got 10 minutes of the official show left. I have to tell everybody that I keep telling you guys to watch Supernatural. It not only won the People's Choice Awards for the best sci-fi show, it's the best drama on TV, according to the People's Choice Awards.
Wow.
The People's Choice Award. Okay.
That's the ones the people vote for, so screw the Academy people. And there's...
I say, watch God Rewards the Fearless before you watch Supernatural.
Aw, thank you. Let's hear this.
Miss Emily channel.
Yeah, the Miss Emily channel as well. Watch that. That's quite good.
Yes. Freeman and Jamie Monty have been putting up some spectacular video on their channel.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great example, and if everyone took their example, like, get your own video cameras and just start posting up content. Because, dude, have you guys noticed the internet? I mean, forget television. The internet is where it's at, and it's just we're getting bombarded with more shit. It's just user content now, man. It's user content now, and we gotta compete with these assholes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I pretty much don't watch TV anyway, so all my things are net-based now anyway, and I don't watch. It's all Freeman and. I'll be watching the Jay Parker films as well. They're great.
Yeah. One goes outside the house.
Hey, Steve, when you're married,
that's filmmaking for me.
Steve, when you're married to a gorgeous, hot, magical woman like Fichek, why would you need TV?
Exactly. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
You got real life, you know.
Yeah. I sure do. Got quite a crazy life right now. It's just ever since this goddamn friendship agenda thing, my life has just turned right on its head.
Sure, blame us, Steve.
Yeah. Now, it's just accentuated by you lot, I suppose. Because it's happening anyway.
You guys have got to go over and see this cool picture of these romantic hammocks that are in this resort where people rent these hammocks at night. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I wish we could, it's on radio, so it's really hard to describe, but it's like...
It'd be great if there was a device that could, like, put pictures on the radio.
No, that's the telly, man.
Well, we're going to have to get the website to go with we're going to get the website out to go with this stuff, you know? Then we can do, or just like I said, we'll just go back and forth to each other's pages. Go there now, because this is really cool.
Hey, Jay's still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
So, when you get a Tesla device or whatever, a Tesla coil, how does that hook up to run a light bulb, say, or run a fridge or a TV?
Oh.
Explain the process from the crossover between the...
Okay, now on a Tesla coil, you got a fluorescent tube. You don't need to hook it up. It's wireless. The tube will glow in the room that the Tesla coil is working in.
Right. So how do you make a generator work with one then?
Ooh.
To actually tangibly run, power sockets.
Basically, what you do is much the same way as the Tesla coil is made. You have a step-up transformer from 110 usually to your first initial voltage,
right.
And then it's run through a spark gap, which changes the frequency.
Is that the same thing that you would put on what would you call it? Solar panel, an inverter.
Well, what you'd use is an AC to AC inverter, most likely. But the easiest way, what I would do, I'd just make a Tesla coil that works off of 60 cycles AC, and actually I'd make two of them. Then I'd create a scalar wave and pull it back in on the rebound, and that'll give you your extra energy. And then with that extra energy, you use it. All you do is step it back down to 110 and use it.
But you run that through an inverter to actually plug things into?
You wouldn't have to run it through an inverter if it was 60 cycles.
But
if you built
in a retrospective world where you've got sockets with circuits already in place, how can you run the sockets that are in place with this device?
Well, like I said, you make the Tesla coil run it at 60 cycles. Then it would just revert. Any extra gain energy would go back into the socket and run your equipment.
So it just all does on radio waves then?
No, you plug it into the wall socket, then the extra energy would come into the Tesla coil and back out into the wall socket because it would be stepped down. And all you do is plug into the wall socket.
What do you plug into the wall socket?
Your appliance.
The inverter. Okay, right. Okay, right. Got it.
Not your inverter. You run your Tesla coil. See, most of them run they use as a step-up coil. They usually use something like a ballast that's out of a fluorescent lamp.
Okay.
That's set for 60 cycles. Now, if you kept the whole Tesla coil at 60 cycles, gained energy, and the energy came back, it would just go back into the wall and power up your appliances and stuff. Any extra power would just go back out the line and reverse your power meter.
Okay. I'm still puzzled as to where the Tesla coil is, though.
Yeah, well, that's how I would do it. It'd be the easiest way to do it. In fact, what you would want is 2 small Tesla coils running at 60 cycles. That way you can create a scalar wave and reabsorb the scalar wave and produce extra power. You know, you could reflect the scalar wave from the 2 units down into the Earth's core and pull up the energy.
Wow. You're fucking Dr. Evil here, man.
Phil, I got a book for you to read. It's on all the Soviet scalar weapons. It's called Fer-de-Lance, and it tells you how, very easily. Just save that file. It's a book, and it'll give you an idea how you do it. You can use one of these things and send a beam, and it would act like an atomic blast. Or you can make earthquakes with it, or change weather patterns, do all kinds of weird stuff like they're doing to us.
Wow.
So is that a bit like William Rack's cloud busting machine?
No, it works differently.
Right, okay. Is that
because you're using electric and you're turning it into you're turning it into a scalar wave. Now what your cloud buster does is just collect scalar waves.
Okay.
It's a collector. It's much like organite. It just collects it. You're inducing it with a number of Tesla coil or radio equipment to produce a scalar wave. Like HARP could be a scalar unit.
Okay, right, we've 60 seconds on the show left, so on the live show there, unfortunately we haven't been able to bring you Nikpola Lonchar from the Tesla Foundation. He's appears to be otherwise engaged.
He's a part of the loads of chicks that are living the high life, and we're glad that he is.
Yeah.
We wish him lots of love. Maybe he'll come on the show one day.
Yeah.
And happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
well, maybe
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's been taken out like the Templars were.
Yeah, he's been visited by the Men in Black.
Hey, Nick, are you going to do the lounge on Fridays now, from now on, instead of Saturdays?
10 seconds. Love you guys.
10 seconds.
Yeah, love you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
I
don't know why we're doing the lounge on a Friday.
Because he wanted to.
Because his fault. Fucker.
This is still recording, Stephen.
Oh well. I didn't mean it, Nikola, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Tesla.
No. Nikola,
Lonchar.
Langhorn.
C-H-R. C-H-A-R.
He knows English, Serbian, Russian. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
He just may not have a watch.
I said 4 p.m. To him, like, earlier today. 4 p.m. his time.
Yeah, I was going to say, he became my friend today, so he knew he was coming. Unless he got scared off when he started looking at all our pages.
that was the question Firecheck wanted to ask. You know, are you not afraid that you're going to get bumped off? It wasn't quite like that. There was a bit more to it than that, but that was.
That doesn't probably help much.
Why aren't there more Tesla devices out already? Because we've known about them for quite.
Well, it's a Tesla car, isn't it?
Yeah, but
No, that's just a regular electric motor
it's
car.
not been updated. You know, his technology's not really been updated that much, sort of thing, apart from perhaps the gizmo that caused 9/11.
Yeah. The Jew.
But yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? Because it could be so good. Because
well, all those, like Tesla and is it George Pickett?
George Pickett, yeah, the guy in Thrive.
Well, the Judy talks about as well with it's got the ball.
Oh, what, the guy from the 100 years ago?
Yeah.
But who's the guy on Thrive who he was just about to do an interview, but unfortunately was killed before he could do it.
Oh, I can't
Wasn't that George Sunday?
Have you watched that recently, Phil? Thrive? Is he still there?
Still there?
I know he's gone.
Phil's already gone.
Where's he going?
I don't know. Probably to check out the motor on his balls.
Yeah.
No, that was Brett.
That was Brett, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, so they'll all be going to the meeting now then, won't they?
No, it'll only be like
So
1
Brett,
o'clock.
Brett and Brandon both took off for Maui for the residence thing or something out there?
Yeah. So they're there now.
Yeah,
that's very nuts.
God, who they have to sleep with to get tickets? Jesus, that's cool. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah, that's
airplane
pretty
tickets.
cool,
I
isn't
mean, the airplane tickets to Hawaii, not the tickets to the residence. That's kind of wild. We should. We should be doing everybody should be doing the lounge. We should be all in Hawaii right now. What's that?
I know, that'd be great.
If I wouldn't be on. If we were on the beach, we wouldn't be on the radio. The heck with that.
It's absolutely freezing here right now. The temperature's taken it's been nice and sunny weather, but the temperature has dropped several degrees over the last couple of days.
It was 9 degrees. It was 9 degrees Fahrenheit last night here. It was a bit nippy.
Fahrenheit, right? Well, yeah, it's about 2 degrees centigrade over here.
Oh wow.
We should try, that's 2 away from freezing point.
Well, I got the neatest. I'm going to the neatest album. I'm posting some of these on my page of these cool houses. These are natural houses and trees and in the ground and stuff. I've always studied these things, but man, this has got to be the coolest album of these I've ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, this is awesome. They're in the trees, they're in the ground, they got everything. I mean, I want to use hempcrete when I build mine, but it's like these are just absolutely awesome. These are from all over the world. This person put this photo album together, and there must be 1,000 different houses. I mean, in trees, in hills, in mountains, in quarries. I mean, this is so cool. Makes me want to go out and build something. Somebody give me a shovel. I'm just going to go start digging a hole or something.
Yeah, it's going to be time to dig the gardens in where we are.
Oh, yeah. It kills me not to have a garden right now. I got to have a garden. I got to have my hands in dirt. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm happy it's growing things.
I know how we can fix the government. We'll just grab high quality marijuana to the fruit trees.
That'll work. You still got me worried about whatever GMA they're doing with the pot. I tell you, I'm really worried about when they finally make it overall legal. It's because they will have done so much to it that they creeps me out. So everybody's got to start saving their organic seeds, folks. You're out there listening of all types of hemp. Save your organic seeds.
Yeah.
Got an Afghani Kush seed.
Afghani Kush.
Yeah. I also got some other variety of it. But the Afghani Kush, that's about 22%.
Wow, that's high.
No wonder they're fighting for Afghanistan. I thought it was just the opium. That's what they want.
Just press the button.
My feet are on it.
What are you talking about then?
Afghani Kush seeds. And Caroline says you've got to save your organic hemp seeds.
Yeah, everybody's got to start saving seeds before they start GMAing all of them. Then they'll make it legal when they can play with them.
Did you hear about the fracking company up in Barkham?
Balcom?
Yeah. Some guy from the fracking company came along and there was a mass protest
No, was it?
against him.
Oh, good. Have they started doing that in Hale Sea then?
No, I don't think they're going to be doing it now.
Oh, fucking thank God for that.
I think they were a bit freaked out by the
size of the people. Oh,
yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, there you go, Caroline. There's a bit of good old British spirit there for you.
That sounds like a winner. That sounds like a plan.
This place that we're going to frack was probably. Do you know Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I know Winnie the Pooh. Well, you know the Irish are
Well, the area where that was, with the guy who wrote that, the area he comes from is where they were going to frack, basically.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful natural woodland you've ever seen in your life. And funnily enough, it's right next to a big reservoir, natural reservoir. So
yeah, right into the water table.
So
I posted it on my page that several of the Irish counties told them all to go fracking to hell.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, there's been quite a support from Tory MPs of all people, because they're not normally known for their benevolence to the land sort of thing. And they actually have. They've stopped a few ones going ahead as well. Apparently, I've sort of heard on the grapevine. Although there is one that they're going to put an underground train.
Oh yeah, from London to.
Yeah, it's going to cut right through Buckinghamshire, through Stockbroker Belt territory, and I think that's going ahead, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it only some of it's going to be underground?
Yeah, well the bit that is underground is quite prime, sort of studland apparently or something like it's horses.
Oh well.
So, that's good news about the fracking. I'm really chuffed about that. I was having bad dreams about that. Because I've cut down my smoke intake and I'm dreaming like a lunatic at the minute. So, Jay, what have you got lined up for the new year? Have you got any more shows you're going to do? I still haven't listened to Activation actually, so I should dig that out.
Yeah, I've done the Activation a couple of times. I'm doing pretty good. I'm almost to the point of channeling right now.
Okay.
I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up partially telepathic. Once the telepathic gets stronger, I'll just relax and let them energize my throat chakra and just speak through me.
Wow. Cool.
And Carolyn, are you going to take up the offer from the Orion Network and their show?
Yeah, supposedly Popeye's producer guy is supposedly going to give me another offer. I'm just waiting to hear what he has to say. And there's another group in Australia and New Zealand are looking for some people, and I told them about the lounge, so I thought I'd see if they were interested in the lounge. I told them it'd be great, they could set up a website too, because then, people could actually have some things on it. We could have the pictures and have the, put up news and other stuff too. So that way, during the week, there's all kinds of stuff we could put up there to help people, because I really do think we still want to do letting everybody know the information on the permaculture and how to get off the grid and how to do all that stuff too,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm using the Facebook page, but it'd be nice to have a place where people can, come there and look at stuff too,
It's great. It's excellent. Well, this TNS one that Nick's been offered is, I've been looking at that all week.
Have you watched any of Vin's podcasts?
Yeah, I sent him a Skype thing. I'll have to call him up and talk to him. The TR is where I found Sandor, the guy that's doing the fermentation, and he's going to come right here to Columbia, where I'm at. I found him on your radio station at what is it, TRS?
TNS.
Yeah, whatever that is. I found, he was actually on there. I found him on there, and he's actually coming to Columbia in March. So
the first time I listened to it live, I got a mention. Like, yay! Yeah, the guy read up who was in the chat room. Because when you're online on that one, you get it automatically in the chat room, which is on the front page. And he said, Steve, get off, eh? Hey, what?
Hey, where's Spy Check? Did I miss that? You probably announced.
She's working tonight.
Hey, you guys got to go see these pictures I just posted. I'm telling you, I can't believe how cool these houses are. I'm just these are just the neatest little houses I've ever seen. And people are just freaking out over this. This is so cool. I wish I could take credit for this album, but I can't. It's just gorgeous. I mean, they're everywhere. They're in the UK, they're in Ireland, they're in New Zealand, they're in Africa. These are just the coolest. Cool as shit, I tell you.
Wow, that was cool.
You gotta go take a look. You gotta go take a look. I'm telling you.
They're like spaceships.
That's ugly.
Fucking awesome, aren't they?
Well, I'm going to start my experiments using the scalar wave stuff. I'm going to see if I can build a Tesla shield, because if we can build a Tesla shield, we can keep people out once we get the place started.
Cool.
If the local law enforcement don't have a warrant, they ain't getting in. Even the U.S. Army couldn't blast their way in. I mean, you can set one of these Tesla shields up where it'll even stop a hydrogen bomb blast.
Yeah, well, don't ever tell them they can't come through. They'll just do it just to show they can. Don't piss them off.
They'll try, huh?
Yeah. Don't give an incentive to try.
we're quite liking the mushroom.
The mushroom one's pretty groovy.
The mushroom house.
Yeah, these are so cool. There's a cute one with the bird and the cat. I've got some cool stuff up there now. There's a cool thing with the bird and the cat, and then I got all that other serious shit on there too. All the stuff about TVs. I got Nazis. Did you guys find the thing about the goat, the gal yet? Jesus, that's just. Did little baby goats have teeth? I'm like going, ow, shit.
Oh, it's CGI.
Yeah, I go down. It's right below Dean Martin singing Amore. It's right underneath the cat, and wakes his best friend, the bird, up. And I got a cool concerto from Piano and Electric Ensemble. You'll like, Sonic. Nick, you'll like that. The concerto for Piano and Electric Ensemble. I got up there. I got Dean Martin Amore, so I'm all over the place. And in weeds, little boxes. This is so cool. And you guys got to go see the Center of the Multiverse is on my page. That is the solution. If you guys haven't seen it yet. Frater tells me he swears he still will never get on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, come on. He's a Mason, for Christ's sake.
That's quite a big house with all the people.
The Sphinx is sitting outside it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shit.
Yeah, on the throne.
I'd like to see that one, the one they made, that one Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. That I got that. There's that one picture there from Jason. That I can't remember how you pronounce that anymore. The one that's God, what's the name of that? It's in like the desert, in that crack in the ground.
Petra.
Yeah, that's it. I guess you say it begins with a P.
Yeah,
that is
in
just
Jordan.
so gorgeous. I would love to see that.
Yeah, my brother and his wife went a couple of years ago at the Cracker Dome. They said it was rather good.
Wow.
Hey, we're going to have to do some time.
He stopped with some Bedouins on the way back, and through a telescope could see like the rings of Saturn.
Wow.
We're going to have to do some Type 1 radio travel, okay? I mean, we already got 2 guys out there, but they don't even have enough sense to go to Hawaii and get busted the first night. We got to have some adult supervision. Fucking ass.
I can't believe that.
That's just special, isn't it? So good.
What a character.
So we're going to do some Type 1 travel. Nick, you can be in charge. We have some adult supervision.
No, but he normally sort of doesn't. He normally sort of stays away from it, doesn't he? Because he's bipolar.
Right.
And it doesn't do him any favours when he's.
Well, the problem is he was passing it around. If he wouldn't have been passing it around, they probably wouldn't even notice.
Well, they probably saw he was a fresh tourist, and he probably didn't buy any local, so he probably got nailed for bringing his own shit with him. They probably said, if you're not going to buy local, the hell with you.
Well, I think Lobo had already told him where to go.
Oh, so he had bought local. Well, you never know. Maybe they thought he was cheap. If he didn't leave it
on the Christmas show.
Lobo told him to go to a nude beach, didn't he?
Yes. Well,
John Suckles that.
Called police and the tourists.
Yeah. He got off with it though, didn't he?
Yeah.
All he lost was his time travelling thing that David Knight gave him.
No loss there.
Oh well. Easy come, easy go. Doesn't
I'll see y'all a little later. I gotta take a nap.
Okay, Jay. Speak to you soon, brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jay. We must.
Oh, about those machines.
I'm available in the afternoons this week and the evening, so we should get together with the Torsion field.
Okay. Well, you're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm not, unfortunately.
But yeah, I got stuff to do.
But see what I can do. If I'm talking to one of you, I can put the Skype recorder, record it, and send the copy out.
It'll be better if we're all there together.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Okay. Well, when my green light's on, you can call anytime.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have a good night.
Pleasant dreams, Jay.
Yeah, I will. The only thing I got to do, I'm waiting on the magnets. The rest of it's already finished. But my motors come in. I got another 6 motors.
Cool.
I buy 6 at a time from my dealer because that way I only have to pay one shipping charge, and it's about $5 or $6 for shipping. But I can get 6 of them in there for that price. It cuts down the per unit cost by buying them by 6 at a time. But I must have spent close to $70 this month just shipping out Torsion field generators. I sent one to Canada up to Dude Face. I sent one to Herb Guy. I sent one to Lobo. Sent one to Gene. Sent one to Reset. And I'm building Carolyn's right now.
Cool.
You sent one to Freighter?
Freighter got the first. He got my original model that I had here that I was using on myself.
Cool. Okay. Well, we should really wrap it up then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, the easiest way to do on that is to on that machine is to radiate 2 glasses. Pour 2 glasses of water. Radiate one of the waters. Let it set for an hour or so. Then taste the difference between the water. Taste what you feel like when you drink the water. The 2 different waters. One that's radiated with the machine, one that isn't. You can do the same type of thing with the food. Get a hamburger or whatever you're having, split it in 2, radiate 1 portion, let it set for a few minutes, then taste both portions. And you get
how long do you radiate it for?
I would radiate it for at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
The burger will be cold by then.
Well,
what are they?
No.
Maybe try that with the water from the spring.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, this energy goes through things. So if you're baking, say like a meatloaf or something, you could radiate the oven while it's cooking.
I'm hungry. Make a meatloaf.
Yeah, maybe we'll try it on some cheese on toast in a bit.
Or a good cheesecake would be good.
Yeah.
start cooking and start putting it on dry ice and sending it out. Let's get this show on the road.
Of course, then again too, you could radiate one beer and not the other, and taste it. Check out the taste.
Okay.
You know.
I can be a two-fisted drinker, no problem.
There's a lot of ways. That's just
puff.
That's enhancing food. Now radiate.
Black hole. Vaporize it.
Oh man! Oh yeah, vaporize it. That's a great idea.
If you smoke cigarettes, you can radiate a couple cigarettes and then test it to the other cigarettes that you don't radiate, and see if the flavor's enhanced.
That's one for you.
I'd rather do it with weed.
Yeah.
Well, you can radiate your weed then.
And on that note,
yeah. This has been the Type 1 Radio Lounge, saying thank you very much.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, I feel informed today.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Cheers, Jay.
Take care.
Take care, man. See you soon.
Take care, Carolyn.
You too. You guys take it easy.
And take care, everybody in the Type 1 radio world.
We love you.
Save your organic seeds.
This is Sonic and Gaddafi signing out.
Adios.
You guys.